This is three sets of first grade calendar pieces. This first set is expanded form, addition and subtraction with expanded form, and fractions, and then also time. If you look at, we'll start with the clocks. If you look at the clocks, we have analog and digital clocks. Here on the analog clock, we have just the hour hand, so students can practice what hour the hand is pointing at. Here's a clock with the minutes and the minute hand, so they can practice just the minutes and practice those two separately. Here tells the analog time, so you have the hour hand and the minute hand, and you notice the pattern within the clocks. And then you go to the analog time, the digital time, and the digital time is 2:30, and you could have them show that on an analog clock, talk about the hour and where the hour hand would be pointing, and talk about the minute and where the minute hand would be pointing. Now let's move to the fractions. We have a fraction of a whole, and we're reviewing the fraction of a whole. We have 3 whole parts, which is a denominator, and again, our philosophy is to teach them the correct vocabulary. They can handle it and what that means. And very often in the younger grades, we tend to teach the misconception that the numerator is the shaded part, and that becomes a problem when students get into 4th grade, because it's not about what's shaded and what's not shaded. So we talk about that the numerator answers the question. It depends on what the question may be. It may be how many cookies are chocolate. It may be how many are not shaded. It may be how many of the group are girls. So it's important that you have that discussion about what the numerator actually means. It does not always mean the shaded part. So in this situation, 2/3 of the rectangle is shaded, or 1/3 of the rectangle is not shaded. Over here, the denominator is how many equal pieces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces. 2 of them are shaded orange. 2/4 of them are not shaded. Again, looking at the denominator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal pieces. 3 of them are not shaded. 2/5 of them are shaded. And then going into this last one, we have 4 equal pieces on the top, 4 equal pieces on the bottom. We have 8 equal pieces. And then again, you can talk about which numerator you would like to talk about. Do you want to talk about the pieces that are shaded or the pieces that are not shaded? I like to go ahead and get rid of some of these marks so that we can talk about the expanded form addition and subtraction. If we're looking at the addition and subtraction, and we're looking at the expanded form, we know that this is the number 13, and we know that this is the number 12. So we have 3 ones, 2 more ones equals 5 ones, 1 10, and another 10 equals 2 tens, which has a value of 20. 20 and 20 plus 5 in expanded form. In standard form makes the sum of 25. Students at this point may need to draw models, and that is fine as well. So we have the standard form 49 and 17, and we are finding the difference because of the subtraction. We have 9 ones, and we're going to take 7 of those away. That would give us 2. We have 4 tens. We are taking 1 10 away, which would leave us with 3 tens. This is 30 plus 2 in expanded form. In standard form, it would be 32. We move to the next set of calendar pieces, you will see the number line. This time the date is in coins. So we have a nickel and 4 pennies, which would give us the 9th. Over here we have a dime, which would give us the 10th. Here is 2 pennies, so it would be the 2nd. 3 pennies, which would be the 3rd. All the clocks here are in analog time, so you would have the students write them in digital time and talk about where the hour hand is and where the minute hand is. Looking at the number lines on this calendar piece, the ones that are in blue are subtraction, the ones that are in yellow are addition. So you would expect the children to be able to write the number sentence that matches the number line and also find the difference or the sum. So 61, and we are subtracting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 61. We're subtracting 5. So they would then want to fill in the number line 60, 59, 58, 57, 56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the difference would be 56. When you would look at the addition, you're starting at 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 7, and you would have them count up 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So the sum would be 21. The third slide is filling in the hundreds chart. Again, we are reviewing time. They are given the analog time here, so they would write the digital. Here they're given the digital time, so they would draw the hands on the analog clock. And here you have the odd numbers positioned in the upper left and the even numbers in the upper right. Here you have a number sentence that doesn't really have anything to do with your hundreds chart. This would be a way for you to talk about commutative property or to have them write fact families that go along with these number sentences. The hundreds chart and the hundreds puzzle, this is having students look. They are given a clue, so they're going to start at 24. After 24 is 25. Before 24 comes 23, then 22. You should have had conversations already. This would be a follow-up after you have already talked about the hundreds chart. And they should know that when you are moving down the hundreds chart, you are increasing by 10. So this would be 32, 42. And when they go up the hundreds chart, they are decreasing by 10. So here is 22. Increasing by 10 would be 32. Decreasing by 10 would be 12. 11 comes before 12. What comes after 22? 23, and then 24.